Alright guys, Seedoeatreview here at Pirate Life with Matty.
What's up, dudes?
He's taken time out of his day to chat with me about Pirate Life. We're just chatting off camera. I said, no, let's do it on camera. We've got a couple of IPAs, guys. What's this,
Well,
Matty?
actually, this is our double IPA, so, I figured, if you're going to do an IPA, you might as well make it 8.8%, right?
Oh, strong. What's your
Be
favourite
right.
brand of beer?
Favourite brand or style or...
Whatever. What's your favourite beer at the moment? Let's start with that.
Well, the one in front of you. I mean, This is the first beer we ever produced. And it's still my favourite, man.
It is the IPA.
Big, bold.
I crack a can of IPA and the hops bring a smile to my face straight away.
Absolutely.
How do you go with sours, though?
Oh, look, yeah, I mean, I really enjoy them. Like a lot of Aussies, it's sort of a style that people are sort of just coming to terms with in a lot of ways. All of the ones that we produce down here are all fairly easygoing and approachable for the most part. They're all kettle sours. They're all done using lactobacillus in a controlled environment, so they're pretty approachable. I like
do you
them.
do the brewing yourself,
like
or you in the marketing?
I spend a lot of time with brewers. So for the most part, my role here is writing, so head copywriter, but also education specialist, basically training for the hospitality crew.
Whereabouts did you come from before you got here?
I'm a musician.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Now,
I just happen to like beer.
Did the beard come after the craft beer, or was it before?
The beard came after the double chin.
I can say that of two. I was like, I know what that sort of feels like.
I'm growing mine out. I didn't
know.
have these greys before I started a Pirate Life.
Every time I start growing it out, I get scared and I trim it right back. And the kids go, grow it long like Ned Kelly, Dad. I was like, no, I can't do it. I was just talking to Matty about you're going to pronounce it probably, the Jujube Cola.
You got it, man. Jujube, yeah.
Now, me and sours, as I say, they're not for me, they're for other people. Yeah. I tried the lemon meringue nitro. Oh my God, that hit me way too hard.
We threw a lot of lemon at that. So not just juice post fermentation, but lemon rind in the whirlpool, which gives it that really intense, oily sort of pithy character. So without that nitro, that would be very, very upfront. It
would, and it's so creamy, and it's got a beautiful head on it.
Sure does.
But the taste, as I said, my mate Ash loves it. Me, I stick to the IPA. But the Jujube Cola for a sour, that is totally drinkable, brings me back to Europe, going around there. A bit of clove in there, or a bit of star anise, or something like that.
All of that stuff.
I know.
Yeah, you do, man. You got a good palate.
There you go.
You picked it out.
I know.
Well, we were just talking about it off camera, so we didn't use like a concentrate or a cola syrup or anything like that. We pulled out specific spice portfolios from cola recipes, and we just threw it at the brew.
Really?
Yeah. It was good fun. Yeah.
So you got to experiment with that. I suppose you experiment with doing a small batch before you go for a big batch.
2,500 litres is the smallest we'll do. So typically we'll shoot for 5,000, but we're pretty good at pulling that sort of stuff together. When it comes to spice additions, we typically err on the side of caution. Think about it like making a dish at home. Like when you season, you put that much salt in. You wouldn't all of a sudden just start throwing a cup of salt in. There's a little bit of what would you think?
There's got to be a bit of flair about it, though, isn't there?
Well, flair, but common sense prevails in a lot of those situations.
Here's the one I've asked everyone, and I usually ask it at the end of the interview. But can you make a bad batch of beer?
Sure, absolutely you can. Yeah.
Because I was told that you can salvage any bad batch of beer and turn it into something. Can you salvage it, or do you just go, nah, that's going down the drain?
It depends on where your standards lie, man. I mean, we won't sell anything that we're not happy with.
Gotcha.
We got a lab upstairs. We put a lot of effort into keeping things consistent, right? But at the end of the day, it all comes down to taste. And if we're not happy with it, we won't put it into the market. How
many brewers do you have here? Because I was just telling Matty that I go to a brewery, right? And I go to Spark, and it's like, oh, that's nice that's big. And then I go to Lot 100, I go to Mismatch, I go, oh, that's big. And then I come to Pirate Life, I go, Jesus, that's big.
Well, this is big.
This is big, man. So I'll try to take some video of it later, guys. I already took some already, so I'll splice it in there and see how it is. But it just amazes me, how big can you get? Are you able to expand here, or are you at your limits?
There's still room to grow potentially, but there's a lot of old wool stores in the area that we've got our eye on. Maybe we'll just keep moving out and just keep spreading out.
Yes.
But at the moment, we're pretty cool. We've got potential to brew close to about 15 million litres annually here. We haven't quite touched that mark, but so we've got room to expand even just with what we've got set up currently. Looking into the future, man.
Because you're all over Australia,
at this point,
and that's what I was telling someone yesterday. It's like I know you are still craft beer brewers, but you are like the bigger craft beer brewers now. Like and just being in SA, I was like, okay, that's one of the biggest ones. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
And that's what I see. I still see you as a craft beer brewer, but I see you as a
well, if you're producing an unpasteurized 8.8%, Imperial IPA, then that's still, considered craft, in my opinion.
Yes.
But, Cooper's kind of like the original craft brewery in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, all those beers have that extra bit of yeast. They're different now than what they are in 6 months' time. I mean, so...
See, I'm from Melbourne. I think I was brought into the craft beer scene through Little Creatures.
Sure.
Were they one of the... No,
sure.
I'm not going to say... There's always someone going to claim to be the original craft beer. But I think the one I saw more in Melbourne when I was there was Little Creatures, like, oh, that's fancy, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, they brought hops to the forefront for a lot of Aussie drinkers, you know? So, I mean, hops have always been there if you know where to look.
Yeah.
But for the mainstream drinker, it wasn't something that was necessarily on their radar, especially for Aussie consumers who like macro lagers for the most part. And a stout in winter. Brands like Little Creatures, they were really pivotal in helping people sort of start understanding what these hops are capable of, and here we are today.
But now I say, yous are there. I'm using yous, guys. You can see how professional I am at interviewing.
You're cruising, brother.
What beer you yourself, for your own palate, can't you drink, or do you not? Is not for you?
Oh, there's some pretty heavy duty sours that push you to my limit. Some of those ones that get a little biley and sort of wild.
A Little Bang face inverter gets me.
Hey, but that's still a really well made beer, and that's sharp as.
That is strong, guys. I'm not going to say it's a bad beer, as I said, they're just not for me. But that is like Homer Simpson with his face all folded in his.
Little Bang are great cats, man. We love them. They're really cool.
That's what I thought. I was talking to the guys at Mismatch, and a lot of the brewers get along well with it. It is competition, but it's not. It's a little. And I saw you do
competition.
You did a little collaboration with Nobby.
Nobby the Jock Company.
Yes.
Prior to those jocks rocking up on site, I thought we were doing a collaboration with the Nut Company.
Oh, really?
And I was still hanging out for those cashew sleeves to roll in. And instead, these just jocks rolled up. So anyway,
what's that beer called? Is that called Ants?
That's the Green Ant Pale.
Green Ant Pale. That is delightful, guys. I saw that. I went, oh, that's something a little different to taste as well. But. And what's on the horizon? You got some winter beers coming out?
Of course, man. Yeah. So that menu inside's always rotating, always changing.
You just come out with 6 new beers or something, didn't you?
For the birthday, which is just a humble 6. Usually we head towards sort of 10 or 12, but COVID played a little bit of a part in those reduction in numbers. But 6 is they were crackers too. We had a good run at it.
There's some nice beers out of that, guys.
Bloody oath, man.
What I was going to say is, how did you go during COVID? Did it affect it, or were people more drinking at home? Were people still buying?
Well, we supplied takeaway options from the venue itself. Obviously, nothing on premise was getting sold. As a brewery, it affected us pretty significantly. We stopped kegging beer, so we were only canning our products. So it affected us as a crew and a family. But we did make it through, and on the other side of it, to be perfectly honest. Man, we doubled our trade real quick, cool. From the previous year. And I think, it was people coming from across the border, but SA dudes just want to get out and get a fresh pint of this dipper.
Well, that's what I mean. We had it better than Melbourne did, didn't we? And I love the support that everyone did after we come out of lockdown. Everyone come out to support the brewers, to support the eateries and stuff, and that's what I love about it.
Absolutely.
So it's good being in SA here. It's a nice little community. You can just chat to people about anything as well. So that's what I thank Matty as well. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it.
Anytime, dude.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.